Hey everybody. So we're really wrapping things up now. As you will notice when you go into the computer, I've just added a new assignment for you. And this last assignment is for you to make some revisions to the two games that you made previously. So your text adventure game and your space shooter game. I want you to go inside of those games and take a look at the mechanics of them. How do they run? And I want you to make some changes. And the idea is for you to make some improvements to the games. So for the text adventure, you might go in, you might change the story, you might choose to do some revision to the actual events that take place. You may make the story longer. You may choose to change the buttons, make them a different shape, make them a different color, change your font that you use on the buttons. There's, of course, with Unity, it's limitless what you can choose to do, and I look forward to seeing the kind of creativity that you bring to it. Same thing in the space shooter game. You may choose to change the aesthetic of the game by changing some of the colors going on in the game. You may change some of the public variables that involve speed. You may choose to change some of the assets out. You can open vector images and change them. You could use Adobe Illustrator to change them, or you could open up the roster images and change them with Photoshop. You may just choose to change some of the public variable settings on things to change the speed of the game or the way that it plays. What I'm looking for you to do is to kind of go through the mechanics of the game, the building blocks, the way the game is built, and find some things that you can change that will change the dynamics of the game and thus the overall aesthetic of the game. Don't overcomplicate this. I just want you to go into the games and I want you to think about, how can you tweak your games? How can you make them better? And I want you to make changes for both games. And then I want you to Blackboard, zip each of those individual project files and upload those to Blackboard. And also what I want you to upload to Blackboard is a simple Word document discussing the changes that you made. What are the changes that you made? How did you make them? And how does it make your game better? Okay, that's really all I want you to do for this last assignment is make some revisions to your games and send me, along with the games, a document that explains how and what revisions you made. And then finally, next week you'll see that I will post a final exam for you that you'll take in a proctored environment. It'll be a multiple choice test, shouldn't be very difficult. I'll probably post just a short update with some review to kind of talk about what will be on the test so that you'll feel prepared when you go in. But if you just go through the assignments from the semester and just kind of review through what you've already done, I think you'll see that this exam will not be particularly taxing. And then that's all you've got to get done to finish out this game design course. Everybody's done a great job this semester, and so let's just finish strong. Let's, open those files back up, the games that you've already created, and just make some easy revisions to the games, and then zip those files and upload them back to me along with an explanation of the changes you've made, and then get into a testing center by May 5th. And take your final. So these revisions are going to be due by May 5th, as is your final. So everything should be done by then. And then I'll have your grades, of course, entered briefly after that. Everybody's doing great so far, so let's just finish up doing a good job on this last bit of game revision and taking your final. As always, if you have any questions, email me right away and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot for your time and thanks for your hard work this semester.